Hey beautiful people, it's your girl Nika Bell and I am back today with another video. If this is the first time on my channel, welcome, welcome, welcome. And if you have been here before, welcome back guys. So, as you can see from the title, your girl is pregnant with baby Jack. Yes, I am pregnant, and it's the reason why I've been absent from my channel for around 5 months. And that's how long I've been pregnant. You clicked on this video because you want to hear what's going on with your girl, so please keep on watching. So, I am 22 weeks pregnant. I am halfway there, guys. Like, I am halfway there. So, let's get into my road to pregnancy. Okay, so baby number 2 is not much different from baby number 1, which is my daughter Nikila. Just like Nikila, my husband and I, we sat down and we talked about, getting pregnant and stuff like that. The same thing we did with this baby right here. We sat down, we had a conversation about having a baby number 2, and all of that good stuff. So it was like we should start trying in January so that we can have an October baby, because he was born in October. And it was like, I don't have any of my kids that's born in October, so it'd be nice to have a child that's born in October and da-da-da. I'm like, okay, no problem. But knowing me, I get all excited. I said, I think we should start in December, just in case there's gonna be any issues with me getting pregnant and all of that, because we never know. I don't know. So late December we tried, and I could swear I was pregnant. Like, my breast was all swollen and tender and all of that. New Year's came around and I was telling my daughter, like, oh, you're gonna be a big sister, mommy's pregnant, mommy got a baby. And on the 3rd of January my cycle started. I'm like, what? I was so sure I was pregnant, but it wasn't no pregnancy going on here. It was my cycle about to start. So that was January 3rd. So I'm like, okay, so we can just stick to the plan that we already had for, January, to try and conceive. After my cycle ended, we tried. So with this child, I want to know the date and the time of conception. So, and after that, we're not doing anything until my cycle start, if it should start, or until I'm pregnant, because I want to know when I got pregnant. We did. I got my date, I got my time, we're all set, waiting for the results. So January 28th, I woke up, I went to the bathroom, and when I wiped, I saw, I'd say, blood. I was crying. I was in the bathroom crying. I'm like, is there something wrong with me? Like, this is not happening for me, because I'm like, cycle's gonna start, but then I'm thinking to myself, like, no, it's too early. Like, I have a 28-day cycle and it's like 22 or 23 days. I'm like, no, this is too early. So I went to my husband and I told him, like, I am bleeding. Like, you're bleeding or you're spotting? I'm like, same thing. So I went on Google, of course, and Googling around stuff and all of that. So this thing came up saying about implantation bleeding, and it occurs around 10 to 14 days after conception. So I'm like counting the days, and it actually add up from January 15 to the 28th is somewhere around there. So I'm like, this kind of makes sense. And it wasn't like a heavy bleed or anything like that. It was just like pinkish red. So I kind of calmed down, and throughout the day nothing happened, and that was that. Right after that, I got sick. I couldn't taste anything. I could not smell anything. I was aching. I was in pain. Like, it was terrible. And the following week, February came around, we had a big snowstorm here in New York, and the 6th was my birthday, and everything was just crazy. Still sick, still in pain. Like, I couldn't taste and smell anything for 12 to 13 days. I was miserable. You know, the whole aching and smelling, taste and everything, you know how that go already. My birthday came, all my plans for my birthday, nothing happened, but did not work out. But I thank God I lived to see my birthday, and it wasn't the worst thing that could ever happen. So my birthday, my cousin actually posted on Facebook. She was like, there's a possibility a baby could be born in November. I'm just saying. And at this point, I saw that and I was like, speak it into existence, sis. Like, speak it into existence. Because at this point, I was so nervous. I was scared because I'm like, I'm waiting to see because what's going to happen, because my cycle's supposed to start on the 7th or the 8th. And she's telling me that a baby is possible for November, and I'm like, speak it into existence. She have to be godmother. Like, she have to be godmother. She spoke it. So Denise Cruikshank, just know that you are godmother, my dear. Like, baby Jack is yours. So the 7 came, nothing show up. 8, 9, 10, nothing. At this point, I'm like, your girl is pregnant. So I'm like, okay, because I could not go anywhere for my birthday or anything like that, the following week, my family and I, we went bowling, and my mother taking pictures of me and my sister, and she was like, you're pregnant. I'm like, no. She was like, a fool on the tip me for. I'm like, oh, I'm that lady. I'm like, I'm not pregnant. She's like, you're pregnant. Shanika, you're pregnant. I'm like, take the picture and let's go. My sister was like, look at my belly. I'm like, same thing. Look at my sister. She had belly too. But trust me, your mother always know. Your mother always know. At that time, I think I was pregnant. Of course, I was pregnant. But I didn't want to come out and say, yes, I am. Knowing, you know, that, yeah, I was just trying to be on the safe side and not to, you know, announce that to everybody there and say, yes, I am pregnant. And, you know, it's just been like a few days, you know. So I'm like, my cousin called it first, and then my mom literally told me. She did not ask me if I was pregnant. She told me I was pregnant. So yeah, so she's gonna be grandmother for the 3rd time. God bless her soul. Yeah, I was taking my prenatal vitamins here and there, not every day, but I was taking it here and there because of course I was trying to conceive. So they say to take it before, during, and after, you know, pregnancy and all of that. So once I realized that I was pregnant, even though I did not take a pregnancy test, like I did not, but I knew I was. Around day 12, I started getting back my taste and my smell and all of that after being sick. And right after that, me smelling chicken is just like crazy. I can't smell chicken. I can't look at chicken. I can't be anywhere around chicken. Have me throwing up. So I wasn't in any rush to like call my doctor or anything like that, because I wanted to change my doctor, not for any like bad reason or whatever, but I wanted to change my doctor. And I was feeling okay apart from the nausea and the vomiting and stuff like that pertaining to chicken. That was the only thing that, you know, my stomach would upset over. Seeing it on TV, social media would turn my stomach. That's how bad it was. 6 weeks, I still didn't see the doctor. Still looking for a doctor, couldn't find one, because, you know, the whole corona situation, and they have booked out all the appointments, and we have 4 dates and stuff like that. Could not find a doctor. So 6 weeks came along, and I remember I woke up a Thursday morning getting ready for work, Went to the bathroom to get ready. When I got there, I saw blood. I was in the bathroom literally crying my eyes out. I went to my husband. I'm like, I am bleeding. It was like, Nika, are you bleeding? Are you spotting? Again, my husband is a nurse, so he knows bleeding and spotting and whatever. I'm like, again, same thing. So I was so scared because I'm like, am I having a miscarriage or something like that? I work for myself and I work with children, and I have a toddler, and me, you know, up and down doing stuff, and I'm like, could this be that I'm doing too much and the baby's not, you know, reacting well to all of this that's going on with me? I stayed home. I took my shower to make sure that nothing is like progressing pertaining to the bleeding and stuff like that. I still looking for a doctor, and I called multiple doctors, and I explained to them that I'm pregnant and I was like spotting and stuff like that, but they were all booked out. So I'm like, I might just have to go back to my doctor, and that'll be okay. 7 weeks pregnant now. I'm feeling okay and all of that, but I went to bed one night. I turned, and when I turned, I felt something tug in my belly bottom. I'm like, oh my gosh, that thing hurt so bad. I wanted to cry. And I was like, what is this? I went to the bathroom. There wasn't any blood or anything, but it hurt so bad. I was telling my husband what happened. So I'm like, let me explain to you what this feel like. It feel like, you know, when you put something in the back of your car trunk and it's not secure, and you make a sudden turn or something like that, and you can literally feel the thing in the back of the trunk, you know, moving side to side. That's how I felt. I felt like when I turned, something went from one side, boom, and just like bounced to the next. I'm like, that was scary. And then I decided I'm gonna call my doctor and make an appointment to go and see her. So week 8 came around, the bathroom, a Wednesday, getting ready for work. Again, I was spotting, and I'm like, oh my God, what is this? Like, I can't deal. Being pregnant and seeing any form of blood or whatever, you just get scared. Like anybody, like you're gonna get worried. So nothing happened through the day. That was it. When I woke up and I saw that, took my shower and everything, nothing came after that pertaining to spotting and stuff like that. So it was time for me to see my doctor finally at 9 weeks pregnant. Yeah, 9 weeks. My husband and I went with baby girl. Of course, he could not come in and she could not come in because of the whole COVID situation. So they stayed outside. And of course, doctor allow you to FaceTime or record the visit because you know the situation. I didn't get caught off guard this time. My first pregnancy, when the nurse came in and she was like, get undressed, I'm like, yo, what? I was not ready for that. This time around, she was like, get undressed and whatever. I'm like, okay, I think I know the drill by now. I sat down and she came in. She was like, hi, Shanika. And I'm like, hi, doctor. She was like, oh, baby number 2. I'm like, yes, baby number 2. She was like, congratulations and all of that. So she came in and she checked on my tummy first, and as soon as she put that thing on, it was like that heartbeat was so strong. She was like, whoa, big baby. So I'm like, okay, I'm 9 weeks. She was like, baby look big. So all of that. So she was like, of course she's going to do the vaginal exam. So she went on in and she started measuring the baby and all of that good stuff. And she was like, you having a big baby, because for 9 weeks, it's measuring a week and 4 days ahead. I'm like, okay. So she was like, baby look good, you look good, everything is looking fine. And I'm like, that's all I need to hear. That big baby, little baby, whatever. As long as baby is okay and as long as I'm okay, I'm good. So I'm gonna insert my first ultrasound right here, and when I meet my baby for the first time, yeah, super duper excited. So after she did all of her checking and everything is good, she gave me my due date. And the due date that she gave me is actually my husband's birthday. Remember at the top of the story, I told you that talking about getting pregnant, he said he wanted to have a child that's born in October ruled under his sign because none of his kids are born in October. So we're gonna watch and see if I give birth on my husband's birthday. So if you are watching this and you haven't already subscribed to my channel, please go ahead and do so. If not, then be on the lookout for that. Click the subscribe button, put on your post notification bell so that you'll be notified whenever I upload a video. So I was explaining to her my 6 weeks spotting, my 7 weeks, pulling and tugging and all of that, and my 8 weeks spotting. And she looked at my chart, looked at my blood type and all of that. And with the tugging and all of that, she said it was ligaments, the pain and pulling and tugging. That's what's going on down there. And for the spotting, it's common, not to worry too much about it. But if anything more, call and come in or, go to the doctor and, all of that stuff. But with me, being pregnant, nothing is normal, okay? If I see something or feel something, I feel some type of way, I am calling you. First, I'm telling my husband because he's a nurse. And he swears a doctor. He's a nurse. He can be a doctor though. He's very good. He's a very good nurse. But yeah, so then nothing is normal to me. I don't take anything light or when it come on to being pregnant. The least little thing, everything going downhill, and I'm not about that. So yes, that's 9 weeks appointment. I signed all my papers, my first picture of baby and all of that good stuff. I got my recordings and FaceTime and all of that. Baby number 2, what my stomach looked like now was what it looked like when I was like 7 months, going in 8 months with my daughter. With my daughter, I had no tummy. This time I was not showing as much, but this time around, 22 weeks, I'm showing. So yes, guys. So overall, I'm feeling great. When I am up and about, I don't feel like I'm pregnant, and baby's moving and all of that good stuff. And with my first pregnancy, when I announced that I was pregnant, I said that I was going to give updates and this and that, but I did not. I think I only did like 2 videos and all of that with my daughter. And the reason being for that is like, first time mom, I was super nervous. I was just like, let me just try to enjoy my pregnancy. But this time around, I have a little bit more understanding of, pregnancy and my body and stuff like that. So hopefully I'll be able to give you guys a little bit more content pertaining to me and my pregnancy and baby and all of that good stuff. So my gender reveal will be this Sunday coming up, the 13th of June. So hopefully we'll find out what kind of baby I'm having. I will not say what I feel like I'm having. But either way, if it's a girl, I'll be super excited. If it's a boy, I'll be super excited. Either way, I will be super duper excited. With my daughter, I was praying for a girl. Right away I was pregnant. I knew I was having a girl. Like, I just felt it. But this time, I feel like I know what I'm having. So whatever God bless me with, I just want to elder baby. That's it. Whether it's a boy or a girl, as long as he or she is healthy, I am a-okay with that. Like, that's all I am asking for. But if I get what I want, that'd be a bonus. Okay? So, yeah. After this video, I'm going to try and do a gender prediction video one day this week before the gender reveal. And, yeah. Okay, so before I end this video, if you are watching this and you have been trying to conceive, or you conceive but you're not able to bring a child to full term, and you're having miscarriages and stuff like that, my little talk today for you is not to give up. Not to give up hope on that little bundle of joy. Because once you get that, like, it's gonna be worth it. And all the months you've been trying, all them years that you've been trying, God is in control. Don't give up, my dear. Like, I pray for you, because you don't have to bring forth that child yourself into this world to be a mother. We all know that. So God is going to work it out. You keep on praying and trusting that God will answer your prayer one day, and you will experience some of the things that I am experiencing right now. And yeah, it'll be great. Oh, before I go, I'm going to show you what my bump look like. Okay, so hold on, let me, a girl been aching. Okay, so this is me at 22 weeks to be exact. Like, I'm exactly 22 weeks. So I just stood up to show my bump, and with all that movement and all of that, baby's actually up, because I can feel a lot of movements going on right now. So yeah, and it's 2 a.m. Okay, so that's it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed this little chit chat and me announcing that I am pregnant. And I hope you come along on this journey with me. Until next time, take care of yourself and each other. Be blessed, guys. Bye.